Does this turn? And no, this doesn't turn on. And we're live. Is this not even plugged in? And we're live. We are live, but we're not really in. And we're live now, guys. I had to work the lights because it was dark, and we're live. Wagwan, and we are live. Yes, correct. And yeah, I'm just coming back from the panic room. What a great evening. Oh, McFluffy Nips in the motherfucking his house. I came back from the panic room and look at this t-shirt haul. And is that everything? No. Boom. There's more. There's more t-shirts in my case of beer. There's more t-shirts in my case of beer, man. I made out like a bandit tonight. I made out like a bandit tonight with the fucking cool t-shirts. My family, they're going to old Nova Scotia. And I was like, man, my nieces and nephews, they already are cool as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say they're not cool as fuck. But I think with just a mere splash of like band shirts, rock and roll shirts, I think it would bring up their cool factor a little bit. Not that they, you know what I mean? I'm not here to judge a child's cool factor, but I think a couple band t-shirts I got tonight is gonna fucking up their game a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm specifically picturing one of my nephews where he'd be like this. He's actually a black belt. Actually, he's like a black belt taekwondo, but he's small, like small. He's timid still, but I see it like this. I see it like this. This is what I'm seeing for his future. He goes to school first. Like, do you want to? Will this be his first day of school shirt? Yeah, maybe not. Let him choose that. But it'd be first week of school at least. He shows up with fucking Uncle Dead Poop's band shirt that he picked for him. And then next thing you know, the people that thought about fucking with him won't fuck with him. Like this, like, you know what I mean? I'm adding some street cred. I'm adding some street cred to this fucking young buck, my young nephew. You know what I mean? Oh man, Fiji water in the motherfucking his house. He gets a full gentleman's hat tip up. Fiji water, good to see you. He gets the hat reveal and the bow Fiji. Good to see you in here, bro, man. It's been a moment, dude. And I don't have to say it. I could not say it, but I'll say it, dude. Like, a lot of us miss you a lot, bro. You know what I mean? McFluffy 238, did you bring your friends? uh, if by that you mean beverages, then yes, I did. I have full control of this. I can just turn, instead of me leaning in off camera, I'll point the camera of me leaning in, and that's what a director can do. That's what a director can do. I wish Dead Poop was my uncle. Fiji, it's not too late for that. It's not too late for that. Um, well, no, it is too late for that. It is too late for that. Like the whole U.S. border crossing, you can't even get like almost mail across the border, let alone a child to adopt. You know what I mean? But yeah, I miss you, bro. McFluffy Nips. I love the name, by the way. I may be responsible for 239 and 240, and I appreciate that, dude, because I saw it go up. I saw it go up. Because that's what happens when you have a small niche channel. uh okay, let's throw like Mr. Beast out there. It's like, oh yeah, my subscribers went up 10,000 today. Guess what? Mine went up too, and I'm happy for each one of them. It's a little bit more personal at this point, isn't it? Like, here's 239, 238, 239, and we're at 240, guys. Like, we're growing this week. Believe it or not, we're growing this week. We're growing this week. Uncle Butt Crack. Ah, fuck, Rick too. No, and it's not that nephew. It's the other nephew. But I do have one nephew. Well, like my brother. My brother's got two boys, right? And one, the oldest boy, oh man, he's just the sweetest of nephews. Just the thoughtful, sweetest of nephews. And then his younger brother, aka my other nephew. What a tornado that guy is. You know what he does? He calls me Uncle Butt Crack, and then he'll usually like punch me or something like that. Ball of it, sweet soul, but a ball of energy. Ball of energy. Still nothing bad to say about him. Laugh my aunt is single. Well, maybe Mr. Pooper not technically married, but Fiji, as enticing as me possibly hooking up with your aunt is, I think I found my soulmate here, dude. So nothing against her aunt. I'm pretty sure she's probably, possibly beautiful, probably great. But at the same time, I think I found my greatness. But doesn't mean we can't be like fucking still fam, like cinco familia, bro. It's not too late for that. Was Green Hood at the Panic Room? Nope. Nope. There's only some OGs. And you want to know about something that happened today? Like, have you ever been in like karate or kung fu, and then like there's that moment where they just gave you the belt and they're like, oh, you've achieved fucking greatness. You know what happened tonight to me at the Panic Room? I got the key. Yeah. Take a moment. Take a moment to think about that. I got the key. I got the key tonight. Take a moment. Take a moment. Take a moment. I have the key. So what that means is I have the fucking motherfucking key. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when no one's at the Panic Room and I either want to go to the Panic Room or I want to bring a party to the Panic Room, I have the key. I can unlock the door. I have access to a kitchen, the room of panic, and a bathroom. Well, you know what would be great if they had Wi-Fi. They don't have Wi-Fi in there at the they used to, but not at the moment. But I got the key. I'm a key holder. My fucking logos are painted on there with permanent paint, and I have a key now. Esquire. Dig in the dead poop hat though, or the Deadpool hat. Yeah, thank you. I as a dead poop username, I'm obviously a Deadpool fan, and yes, I have numerous of these and a few tattoos of those. Mr. and Mrs. Poop wedding at PoopCon 2021. Maybe it's not out of not wanting to, because I'll tell her all day she's my soulmate. And you know what women like? You know what I find women want for marriage is like the ring and jewelry and all this and that. And you know what Deadpool did? Bought her the ring and the jewelry and all this and that. I just don't believe the government should be involved in a relationship. Like, you know what I mean? You get legally wed, like you get legally wed. You get legally wed, and then the government, then it takes money to get unwed, and the government's involved, and like, you know how Mrs. Poop knows how much I love her? Because I can't say it enough. I tell it to her all the time, man. My heart's on my sleeve. Like, love you in the morning, love you in I'm just going in the yard, hon. I need my kiss and hug. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? She's the one. She is the one. Plausible. The key. Yeah, no, I did get the key. That's the thing. Like, and I don't know if this is a thing, and I'm taking a big risk here. I will show it to you, and I don't know if screenshotting it, then putting that in a 3D printer, and then you believe you can have the key also, but deep down inside, if you're a fucking brilliant genius and you can do that, deep down inside, I hope you know you didn't earn it. You didn't earn it. Like, you know what I mean? You could make yourself a key, but you didn't earn it. But man, look. It's I just got it today. I haven't even put it in a lock yet. Like it's a virgin key. But here, have a look, guys. This is the key. This full rotation. This is the key. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the key. Deadpool filming homeless porn at the Panic Room after hours. Is it homeless porn if I'm offering a roof shelter, a bathroom, and a kitchen at this point? I just think it's called regular porn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, while they're there, they're definitely sheltered. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ladies and fella, during the time that your pussy is wet and your dick is hard, make yourself at home. Use a kitchen, use a bathroom, the few air mattresses around, the few dick towels. But after the porn's done, get the fuck out, go back to underneath the bridge you came from, and or your fucking grocery cart with all your fucking little knick-knack patty whacks and your fucking whole life in there. But while they're under my supervision, man, 2, possibly even 3-ply fucking toilet paper, probably some rolled up lunch meats, pickles, cheese, crackers. Like, you know what I mean? Pfft, nothing but the best. Nothing but the best on my set. Nothing but the best on my set. So why did they give it to you? Rick 2? I'd like to think we have a rapport, me and you. And I'd also like to think you're a very smart man. And I'd also like to think you know the answer already to that question. And the answer is because I'm a cool motherfucking dude. That's why they gave me the key. Is it because I gave him any money? No. Is it because I'm bringing in bands all here? No. It's because I'm a cool motherfucking dude. That's the only reason I got a key. Facts. Facts on that. Grandma, you listening? Don't tell a lie. Not on this one. And fucking praise her soul on facts, Grandma. Because Dead Poop is a celebrity in his town. And Legendary Gaming, hey, I don't think you're wrong on that. Honestly, I don't think you're wrong on that. Does Green Hood have a panic room? does Green does Green Hood have a pen? Hell's no. You mean Paul? Does Paul have a key? Nah. No. And you know what that nah would translate to? Technically, probably never. Easily, and then you have like a fucking SpongeBob emoji almost. McFluffy Nips. I don't know if that's meant to be cute or if that sends a message, but I'm very new to emoji talk. I think it just meant to be cute. Papa Herschel, in the motherfucking his house. Papa, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? How's I was every time you pop in, I was just throw some nautical. How's the tides been? How's the tides been? How's is it seafaring weather? Ever take the fam to a Sea Dogs game? Hells yeah, hells yeah. Um, my youngest one, yeah, I brought them both. I brought my oldest one a few more times than my youngest one, and they like it. It's almost like they're not in it for the hockey; they're in it for the hanging out. And as long as you keep the snacks and the this and that going, is like they got nowhere else to go. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm pressuring my daughters into watching hockey with me, and they don't want to be there. But you know what keeps them there is the Harbor Station French fries. Then I get the fucking nacho chip with the nacho chip. That gets them there for period number two. And then maybe it's a corn dog and fucking popcorn. I don't know. The hockey ain't keeping them there. It's the food and the atmosphere. And realistically, you need money to create the atmosphere. Like you know what I mean? Like I didn't bring these fries from home. I bought them for $10 for like fucking I don't know, probably about 17 French fries. You know what I mean? Tater can get into the panic room with his skills. Oh, 100%, 100%. I believe that how highly ranked Tater is, as, as far as like public, like out in Gen Pop locks, I think you can get into all of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever I buy Canadian Tire and decide to try to keep him away, and I put it on my front door, I think he can still get in. Honestly, I still think he can still get in, and that's just an honesty. And Tater would never like he can pick locks, but and he does, but you know he doesn't get into places he shouldn't be. Like you know what I mean? We're all adults here. We're all adults here. Like we don't creep. There's no creeping. Where would you store the key? Green Hood is probably planning a key heist. Probably not, because you guys are the first people to know. Because that is like breaking news, lightning bolt sign, breaking news across the whole board here. If I had an editor, breaking news, lightning bolts, breaking news. I just got that key probably about 3 hours ago. You know, breaking news. And did I text anyone about it after I got it? No. Did I come here and mention it? Yes. But you know what I mean? It's not like I'm like, I got the key. You don't want it because it's like a secret boss move. It's like a secret boss move. It's like that rainy day where it's like, well, I don't know what we're gonna drink today. I don't know what we're gonna, and I'd be like, ting, and I pull out the key. And I'm like, I know a place. I know a place. If it's good enough for a band venue, it's good enough for dead poop and friends to have a couple beers and a piss and a shit and use the kitchen if we need to. What is the code for the alarm? Why do you abuse my buddy so much? If you notice in all them videos, am I causing or even touching the doll? And the answer is no. Like I respect my buddy. My buddy was haunted, and I treated him with a creepy amount of respect. This one that I got from Johnny Azul. I love it. I enjoy it, But did it come out of a haunted house and give me nightmares? No. This one's a legit, like, I think, like a like a good doll. So it's really only a thing. It's really only a thing. And also, to be truthful, man, I was on the fucking bootleg. I was on the bootleg fucking USA fucking booze there, the old Superior, and to be 100% hundo. I didn't remember that. I didn't remember the My Buddy Violence with Cujo and Jacob. Honestly, I really don't remember that. Uh, gave me nightmares. Oh, the old one did. The old one did. Imagine this. The old one came from like a. Oh man, that was a house that was meant to fail. Like, oh man, like dude died in it. Another fella died in it, and then dude that bought it for some reason. Let me go through and rummage whatever I wanted out of it, and then he tore it. Anyways, there's some bad mojo around this My Buddy doll, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not done with this thing. Um, yeah, yeah. Let me have a fucking smoke. But oh man, that's crazy. As far as, okay, we're talking about like well, I don't know if you were even, but coincidences. I'm pretty sure me and Cujo were talking about fucking kidney stones and this and that. I think we were talking about kidney stones that day. And that night after he left here, he fucking went to the hospitals for because he's in progress of passing one. Just gonna open this door. I find that crazy coincidental. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how often do I talk about fucking kidney stones? Probably that's not a regular daily conversation top of the starter. And then the day I do with him, boom, he passes one. Like, you know what I mean? Or he's actually, he didn't pass it yet. He's in the process. He's in the process. Do eat bananas with brown spots. Kind of only if I have to. Kind of only if I have to. But yeah, a little brown ain't bad. You and Tater were talking about kidney stones. Yeah, 100%. Cujo has a dead poop curse. No, I don't. I don't think he has my full curse, but there's definitely some bad luck lingering around me. Like 2020 has sucked for everyone, but the level of suck for everyone, which is like, you know, a respectable suck level, it has been a little bit higher for dead poop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've killed two cars and my bike. My bike that was always reliable, I had to fucking put some work in it, get a battery and this and that. And I killed a car, then I killed another car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and my house burnt down and the fucking bike. Just a shitty year, dude. Just a shitty year. How do you develop kidney stones? Well, I'll tell you what I should have done. I only pissed one out one time, and it was like, yeah, but what? Yowzers! And I saw little pepper flakes in the toilet. I wish I would have just fucking rolled up my sleeve and then picked them out. Because you know what you do to avoid kidney stones? Those little pepper flakes, you bring them to your doctor, and you're like, these are kidney stones I pissed out, and they analyze it, and they can tell you what calcifies in your kidneys. Because for most people it's salt, but for some it could be something else. For some it could be something else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you almost have to find your trigger. You almost have to find your trigger. You know what I mean? It's not It's not a avoid one or two things and you'll never have a kidney stone. It's if you do pass one, what you just pissed out is your research. Pick up your research and find out what you shouldn't be doing, right? Um, Cujo is pretty young for that. Yeah, he is very young for that. And that's what I told him when he told me. Like that's what I asked him when he told me. I was like, "Holy fuck, bro! That was a big crazy coincidence." And then I moved on to like doctoring him a little bit in my head. I'm like, "Geez, dude, do you add a lot of salt or do you eat a lot of things or energy drinks?" Because oddly enough, like I don't drink energy drinks, and when I passed mine, let's say for the 2 months prior, I kind of introduced energy drinks in my diet, and to me that was a new introduce. You know what I mean? So I don't know if there's a lot of, anyways. And he told me he usually keeps a pretty cleanly diet. So I don't know. He's gonna have to like do some deep thinking about what he thinks might have done it. Like you know what I mean? Like technically, in your head, it's almost like you almost have to pick a few things that you do in excess, and then chances are it's probably one of those. You just got to narrow it down. Rick, too. I buy them with brown spots. I like them ripe. Um, to eat, or are you making banana bread? Because I know the rotten ones are great for banana bread. Is a dead poop curse like an STD? It's very unlike an STD. Like I will give it to you without dick contact. I like 100% no dick contact, and you might get it. You might get the fucking cheese touch. You know what I mean? Can you dissolve and pass them naturally? I take 1 tablespoon in a large glass of water daily. And Cujo okay, I think we've talked enough about kidney stone facts, but let me finish it off with this because he went specific. He's got a 4 millimeter stone, and I guess those are very passable, even though he was peeing blood. So you know, I mean, passable, but as far as getting jammed up in spots, I guess it is. But he's expected to pass it, and they also say that while it's in the canal, because of your pee pressure and this that you could dissolve some of it, and that 4 millimeter could shrink down to less millimeters, and then doinks, it hits the toilet bowl, and then whoof, and then hopefully you catch it. Hopefully you catch it and you figure out what the fuck's been doing it. Oh man, there's tons of haunted places in the city, dude. I had this one book written by David Goss, this local historian, and it's all about local haunted places. And the group home I worked at, legit, that building was written about in this book on how crazy haunted it was. And if you were to ask me, it's like, oh, Dead Poop wasn't haunted. I would say 100% yes, 100% yes. I heard them. I can't say I didn't see anything, but I heard some things out of this house that was like almost unexplainable. Oh, like well, 100% unexplainable. So let me get. I was on an ACV and saw a bit of dark cloudy spot come out of my urine. Pretty sure it was a kidney stone. Looked like a pepper flake or something like that. That's like if like a kidney stone will fucking rip your dick apart, but when it hits the fucking toilet bowl, It literally looks like you fucking just a one quick sprinkle of a fucking pepper flake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't look like it should hurt that bad. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, this haunted house that I worked at, this legit haunted house on the books, this group home. So I worked overnight. So I'm there from from 8 till 8 or from midnight till 8. And this one time I was working with my coworker, this fucking tall dude, and I'm upstairs fucking checking on the fucking residents and fucking cleaning the bathroom. And I clearly hear someone coming up the steps, like flick, 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 flick. Open a door, close a door, and the bathroom's small. So within about 30 seconds of hearing this, I'm done. I'm ready. I come out of the bathroom. I'm like, man, where's my coworker? I open the door that we'd open. He's not there. I shut the door. I'm like, well, where the fuck is he? So I go downstairs, turn the corner, go through a living room. He's in the kitchen cooking his like fucking meal for the night. And I'm like, man, well, why'd you come upstairs? He's like, I wasn't upstairs. I've been cooking my meal. And then I'm like you know what I mean, kind of creeped out, freaked out a little bit. You know what I mean? Sorry if you guys hear that, but that's just a train. That's just a train. Trains are coming through. Just a train. But yeah, man, that's crazy. I fuck it. Well, how long is it? Yes. I don't know if that muffled it. I don't know if that muffled it a little bit, but looks like a long ass fucking train. But yeah, what? I don't know. What a great night. What a great night with Elevate the Virus, and then with Tater was also a great night. Like, it's been a great week. Been a great. It's fucking Canada Day, and I don't know if you Americans get like that, but like around the 4th of July, like before you're excited that it happens, then on the 4th of July it does happen, and after that you're almost still riding high. Just like everyone's so happy. Everyone's so happy. I mean, you ever train hop and travel considerable distances? Um, Hell yeah. On the west side here, there's like a slow going train, and then you could hop on that and get clear across town. And we used to do that as kids, and that was fair game. You know, I mean, not everyone did it, but we weren't the only ones. We weren't the only ones. But as an adult, legally, I've traveled almost a country on a train, and man, what a great way to travel! What a great way to travel! Like on a train. Okay, 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 okay. One time I had a cab and it was fucking awesome because they had extra cab. But anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about just sitting in a shitty seat, right? I bought a ticket for a train. I'm sitting in a shitty seat. Guess what? You get out of your seat, and there's going to be a bar wagon. There's going to be a games wagon. There's going to be a movies wagon. There's going to be a restaurants wagon. It's almost like, guess what I'm traveling in? I'm traveling into a mall. I'm traveling in a mall, and I love to travel by train. It was great. It was great. It was great. Can you show those cigarettes up close? Why, you want to see if they're legit or not? They're legit. Like these new ones are supposed to be super generic, and there's supposed to be no markings on it. That's the Canadian rule around here for the legal ones. You know what I mean? The unlegal ones, like, you know what I mean? You'll see all kinds. Is this one legal or not? This one might be illegal. You know what I mean? Don't recognize the pack. They're John Players Blue. I don't know if you're in Canada, but all our packs are meant to look that colored. Like, you can't have any pizzazz on your pack. You can't have any flavor to your tobacco. It's a Canadian fucking bullshit rules. Do you have an extra? I do have an extra lighter. I have the one in my pocket, and I bought an extra one just cause. Because realistically, it's almost a good thing that fucking spray paint didn't fucking light when I was trying to light it. I was trying desperately to light the spray paint that I was shooting in my face. And realistically, it's probably a good thing it didn't light. It's probably a good thing it didn't light, because I would have probably, like, I don't know, like, lost some of my facial hair at the very least. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do have an extra lighter, because, oh man, I Uncle Big Nose. Yeah, I get that too from that fucking nephew. Still love him though. Still love him. Still love him. I almost love him because he's got so much character. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, let's call a spade a spade. His older brother is a fucking sweet, gentle soul. And then you got younger brother that calls me Uncle Butt Crack and Uncle Big Nose and punches me. Maybe not right away, but there's gonna be a time almost where, like, little brother's gonna, like, save big brother in some kind of, like, dispute. You know what I mean? Like, the little brother's too much of a firecracker not to fucking not he's too much of a firecracker not to cause problems and or to be able to fucking solve problems, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Because in some situations, that crazy guy that just throws the punch almost saves the day sometimes. Almost saves the day sometimes. What does that mean? Canada doesn't sell menthols. 100%. We don't have menthols. Like, what was this? Like, I want to say like 2 years ago, all our wine dipped cigars, and any cigar that had flavor, like a vanilla flavored cigar, cherry flavored cigar, menthol cigarettes, boom, all taken right off the shelves. Like, boom, gone, gone. Can't even have them. Can't even have them. Because in the eyes of the government, it's like, oh, you're adding flavor to an adult tobacco, to an adult cigar. It might entice the kids to, like, want to fucking participate, and even like flavored papers are very hard to find in Canada. Well, I'm saying Canada, like here, because we're abiding by the Canadian rules. Like, flavored rolling papers are hard to find. Like, flavored blunt papers are, like, fucking hard to find. I thought you were going to light the beak off your hat, throw it off, and light your deck on fire. And that's what I mean. Yes. If that spray paint would have lit, God knows what the reaction would have been. Like, you're not far off. You're not far off, because looking back on the video, seeing that mist, seeing that giant mist of spray paint, if that lighter spark would have actually lit it, then wouldn't all of that have lit? You know what I mean? Poof. And then there goes my face. There goes like a big flame like this long. My hat, like boom. You know what I mean? Like I'd be waking up Mrs. Poop again. I'm like, I call the fire department. It's like, why is the house on fire? No, my face is. My face is. You know what I mean? With that logic, they should abolish creamer for coffee. Well, anything powdered is scary. Technically, if you've seen any of the videos, if you have powdered sugar, if you have flour or powdered anything thrown into a flame, because the molecules are so small, it does that chain reaction that increases flame. You know what I mean? No powder is nice. I'm gonna roll a hash shoot. And some of you guys know what that means, and for you guys that don't, that means closing time. One more call for alcohol. Well, not necessarily that. Is you know what I mean? I'm gonna smoke this hash shoot, finish my beer, and then taper down, and then taper down. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. What's your hangover cure? I don't really have one. I really don't have one. But me being hungover is not that horrible. Like, you know what I mean? Like, technically, when I'm hungover, my worst symptom is like, oh, I'm extra sluggish, a little extra lazy, but I don't have a headache. I'm not puke. I never have headaches. I don't puke. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? Fairly manageable. The whole lack of motivation kind of sucks. And that's where I love weed a lot more than alcohol. Is man, I could smoke my brains out all day, and like, you know, like, I don't know, feel pretty happy in my head for being stoned all day, being hardcore stoned, and then you get drunk all day, and the next day from being stoned, no issue, no issue. The next day from being drunk, it's almost like a wasted day. It's almost like a wasted day, and if you're half-ass lucky, you snap out of it like halfway through the day. So at the end of the day, if you're lucky, you're like wasted half a day instead of a full day. But technically, if you're hungover, you're wasting time. It's a time waster almost. I mean, how precious is your time? I like to say mine is precious, but at the same time, I seem to be wasting a lot of time just, I don't know, recuperating from being hungover. So does that mean I value my time or not? You know, you do the math. You do the math. Hangover cure: water and sleep. 100%. 100%. I I worked with a guy that was autistic, and dude, he was like a functional dishwasher at a restaurant, autistic, and he would drink. He would drink quite a bit. So let's say he's at the bar and has like 10 drinks. His way for him to go to work in the morning and not feel hungover whatsoever is he would go home and take 10 drinks of water. Now, because he had 10 drinks. So he would have 10 drinks and he'd go home and have 10 drinks of water. Did that work? 100%. Did he pee the bed? 100%. You know what I mean? He wasn't my roommate, but he was my buddy's roommate. And he's like, fucking buddy pissed the bed again. Buddy pissed the bed again. And it was like it was like an ongoing thing. And we're talking about adults here. So, you know what I mean? Like, but we're also talking about like a fucking autistic kid. So, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I chuckle. But before I do, I kind of like look around. So buddy pissed the bed again? You know what I mean? I do the old look around, like, you know what I mean? And fuck, I'm talking about it today. So who's a genius, me or him? I think it's him because I'm talking about what he used to do, and I find it smart. He never called in sick once. Pissed the bed a lot of times. He probably called in, pissed the bed, well, without calling in. He just pissed the bed. But he never called in sick once. You know what I mean? Just because he had that water rule. That water rule. Almost reminds me of Waterworld, Kevin Bacon. What a great movie. What a great movie. Did I say Kevin Bacon? I meant Kevin Costner. I'm pretty sure I said Kevin Bacon, but I meant Kevin Costner. Waterworld. You know, fucking stupid how stoned I am already. I'm like, boys, these were my words exactly. I'm gonna roll a hash shoot, and no, Hood is ready to fucking pour in this. Yeah, Hood is ready, but did I get any hash? Nope, 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 nope. Kind of spaced out on the whole plan. Kind of spaced out on the whole plan. Yeah. So I guess it's not a hash shoot. I don't know. Blame the drugs on not being able to do the drugs right. I'm like, let me roll some hash. And within just mere moments, I get sidetracked from the hash, and I'm in weed. I'm in weed right now. I'm rolling weed right now. That doesn't seem right. Like, you know what I mean? If I don't think I don't think this is like a weed salesman video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to promote weed and tell everyone, oh man, it's great, 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 great. I don't think I'm gonna help your cause. I think I just like fucking prove that smoking weed may affect your brain and memory. It may very well even may very well. I think talking ephedrine would enlarge my prostate, gave me pee constipation. I feel like I need to pee and nothing comes out. I find the only time I feel like that, Rick, too, is especially in bed. In bed, like, and I almost think that like translates to my brain where when I'm in bed trying to sleep, I try to 100% have I try to have I got sidetracked. Fucking something knocked a beer over outside. No, I got fucking two sides. Maybe if I read the comments again. Oh yes. When I go to bed, I try to have everything in order. Whether I'm in bed, I already peed, and then I focus. As soon as I feel that fucking slight tingle in my fucking nutsack or my fucking piss bag, then I'm like, I gotta go to pee because I'm trying to go to bed. I don't want to have to go pee later. So I'll fucking go to the bathroom and I'll sit there and be like, drip, 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 drip. I couldn't even fucking fill a fucking sample at a fucking clinic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, drip, 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 drip. And then I go back in and I guess, yeah, the feeling's gone. And then fucking I fall asleep. But that's just during the sleep. And like during the day is like that weak piss would have never have bothered me. I'm not troubling myself for a fucking minuscule piss. But when I seem to go to bed, like it's almost like I'm thinking too much, and it's almost like I think myself into having to need to pee, but I don't really need to, and then I just fucking try, and it's like drip, 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 drip. Like, all right, no, I guess I didn't. Guess I didn't. I love that time travel piss. Yeah, that ghost piss. And it's true. Like, you know what I mean? Call it pissing or call it whatever, but uh, I find like time travel could easily happen within our own brains. And that's what Legendary Gaming is talking about. When you have to go piss so bad that you're like, wow, you're almost like a fucking car wash power pressure. I don't know what you're probably pissing in a normal toilet, but I'm an outdoor pisserman, so I'll describe something different. But in a normal setting, like you're almost like pissing in a toilet, and in your head you're almost thinking like you're hitting that water so hard that other water's coming out. But outside where I enjoy pissing a lot, I'm cutting down daisy flowers with my fucking daisy flowers, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, no need for a wee whacker. I got this area. Just cutting foliage right down. And it feels like I just fucking pumped out like fucking 10 liters. And it feels like I've been pissing for 5 minutes. But realistically, it's probably 1 liter and it's probably about 30 seconds. You get mind fooled. You get mind fooled. And I hate to turn it to this, but in the sex world, it almost feels like that too. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're in there giving her hell, giving the performance of your life. You're in there giving her hell, sweating like you've been fucking playing a full game of hockey. Bop, 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 bop. And then you realize, like, okay, this romance started right after that show started. So it's probably we started on the hour. And then you're like, ah, ah, goo, 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 bagoosh. And then you finish. And then you look at the time and it's only about like fucking, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later. You're like drenched in sweat, fucking heavy breathing. And technically you just had like only 10, 15 minutes of like physical activity, and to you it felt like you romanced all evening. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how a day have 24 hours, and during that moment of sex you're like, ooh man, whatever happened before my penis entered her doesn't matter, this is going to be the highlight of her day. And then bop, bop, it's over. And then you look at the clock and you realize like all that happened within like 10, 15 minutes, like, you know what I mean? Give or take. You know what I mean? Sometimes. So yeah, boom, time travel. Time travel. That's the point of the time travel. What's your favorite drunk food? Mm, usually a lot. Just a lot of things. Like, depends on what's going. Like, you know what I mean? Like, half the time, like I have an inventory of what's in here. of what's in the kitchen, and like half the time, like I'm like smoking my joint, drinking my beer, and like half the time I'm like, all right, I already have a game plan in mind. But as time goes on, the game plan gets just wilder. It's like, oh yeah, 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 I have a game plan in mind, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna add onions to it. I'm gonna add this to it. I'm gonna add fucking, you know what I mean? Just gets wilder. McFluffy, you found this channel because Dead Poop was live and he had beer in the title, right? Poop, keep doing that. Make your live stream name long. Jahoya. I don't know. I guess that is your background. That is the background story for McFluffy. But Deadpool, do you shoot off any Canadian Day fireworks? Did I purchase any? No. Did this lighter light a wick on a couple? Yes. But the city, the actual city like fireworks, kibosh. Like normally Canada Day, like 10 o'clock, the city's like and everyone gathers around. And because of the whole gathering around thing, they just didn't have any. So on the west side, you know what I mean? You're having a few beers, you hear like a couple popping off in the distance, pow 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 pow. Then you hear a couple popping off in the distance, pow pow pow, just backyard shit. And then like buddies have, so you're popping off you backyard, pow 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 pow. And that's how it went down this year. That's what like. There wasn't that big show. There wasn't that big show. Oh, well, I guess I'll finish my joint, but I'll show you guys the T-shirts I got too. I remember earlier. Remember earlier I said I got T-shirts. You ever shoot fireworks out your ass? No. You are right. About an hour of sex passes in 10 minutes. That's that's the best way I could have put it. Yeah, 100%. No, like, yes, I'm uncautious about fireworks. But you know why I'm uncautious about fireworks is because once upon a time I used to be cautious and nothing fucking happened. Like, people like holding Roman candles and like pop, 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 shooting them off, playing tag. You know what kind of weird kid I was? Like, I was like, wow, like I was like probably one of the first ones to like do it around my age, but at the same time, I was like, I'm scared it might explode in my hand. So then I'd put it in a beer bottle and I'd hold a beer bottle, pop, 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 pop. Then I was like, well, if it explodes, the beer glass is gonna just like cut my hand up to shreds. So then I put it in a beer can and I pop, 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 pop. And then after a while, when nothing ever happened, I'm like, fuck a bottle or a can, because I think if it does blow up, both of them are gonna slice me right the fucking hell. So I just hold them in my hand now, just pop, 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 pop. Because you know what? Nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. And that being said, firecrackers, anyone? USA, send you a couple stickers. You send me firecrackers. I send you stickers. We become like pen pals. Cool deal. Keep that in the back of your mind. Just saying. Ever light a fart? No, but I've seen a fart lit once. But I've plans. Rick too. You know. I've you know me. I have fart plans. I have winter fart plans. I just need a stunt butt, and I did find a stunt butt willing to do it. So eventually you'll see it. It's an idea that I haven't done yet, but it's still an idea that'll never die. That'll never die. It's in my head till I do it. Do you ever mix flammables material when you were a kid trying to make bombs? Oh, fuck yeah. I lived in the country and we played with fire a lot. And then when people are, like, want to know what, okay, this is how stupid and naive a little kid's brain can get. Like, when I heard the term, because I never saw one, never saw one, never seen one, but when I heard the term of stink bomb and smoke bomb, did my brain ever turn? And before I saw one or used one or seen one, I tried to make my own. And what I thought would stink would be one thing, and what I would thought would smoke would be a different thing. And a child's imagination is kind of silly sometimes. It is silly sometimes. I don't know if it's legal to ship fireworks. A way around that though is the only thing is to like say it's not. Like just say it's not. Like I don't know if you're familiar with today. I don't know if you're familiar with today. But today, you know what's been going on lately in the world of mailing stuff? All kinds of weed, all kinds of weed, all kinds of weed. So that being said, a little bit of fireworks, a little bit of so, and I'm not talking fireworks. I like legit firecrackers. I want these little dynamite sticks, these pow pows, uh, in an envelope wrapped around, I don't know, fucking dirty napkin, and you call this thing a T-shirt, and you send it down, and boom, that's how it gets here. That's how it gets here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're the guy that thinks it's gonna put it in an envelope and be like, oh, what's in here? You're like, wow, just firecrackers to Canada. They were like, well, I don't think so. I don't think you can. And then they like point at a poster, and then on that poster there'd be like probably the words written down like where you can't. And then you'd be like, all right, cool, 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 cool. But don't say it. You know what I mean? That's what I love about the gray. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's your favorite color? Black? Yeah, color wise, black. I enjoy green. But what color do I live in sometimes? I live in the gray zone, dude. I live in the gray zone. Like, I mean, is it legal? No. Is it trouble? No. Is it gonna be fine? Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Someone does you dirty? Should you punch them out? No, no, no. Should you fucking puncture a tire? Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I live in the gray zone. I live in the gray zone. You know what I mean? Will I rob a truck? No, 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 no. Do I know a fella that will? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Will I buy his product? Yeah, yeah. I live in the gray zone. I live in the gray zone. This is a gray zone. And that gray zone is perfectly legal. Except you can't use the word legal, like, because it would like let's say if you're gonna type it out, it would underline it and say, I think you mean another word. I think you mean another word. uh it's not a flamethrower. Yeah, see, there you go. Are you going to film you and Green Hood magnet fishing for us or what? Um, I did say I did have a date to do some magnet fishing, and it's been a rainy week, and I haven't been contacted yet. And I've been contacted for a few things, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, whenever it does happen, fuck, well, I hope to get the ice auger out because that'd be cool as fuck. Like, there's legit the scene or the video of him losing it. It'd be nice to have the video of him retrieving it, and then you take that, put that, take that, add a little splash, but boom, you know what I mean? Magic, magic. Um, think that makes you go, yeah, 100%. And that's what you have to do in life sometimes. Like, oh man, like, should I? And then instead of your like necessarily, I don't know if you're religion. I don't know if you're religion. Like, oh, should I? I don't know if you're religion. I don't know if you're religion or just your moral compass. Sh- should I? And instead of letting that guide you right away, just be like, should I? And then you're like, let me think about that. And then put that into the equation, put your think about, and then add that together, and then like make a game plan. Cause you know what I mean? Like sometimes that fucking 40 pair of like fucking hot stolen fucking Nike shoes or like it's a crime. It is a crime. That didn't involve me, but guess what? I'm rocking some fresh kicks right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And people who have lived in life, remember their best deals. Like, I'm not saying that it's all about criminal deals or nothing, but their best deals. Like, I bet you fucking Johnny Azul has a story about one time he bought this car for a great deal off a grandma that didn't know what she had, and he fucking this car ran fucking top notch for the next 3 years. Everyone has that great deal story. You know what I mean? What other cryptic ideas do you have stored on your phone? Mm, honestly, I don't know. Like, I write shit in there because I think I want to remember it and I don't forget. Well, I want to remember it because to me at the time it was important, I guess. But I often never really go back to it. See, okay, okay. Look at the first one. Oh, you probably won't be able to. Anyways, the first one, and I have no idea what it means now. Well, no, I guess it does. Bomb City, the movie. At first, I was like thinking, "Oh, I should make a Bomb City movie." Is what I was, but no, it may be like somebody told me to watch that movie, and then I wrote this down. Sitting down to pee in public washrooms is 80% girl butts and 20% guys shitting, and chances are they are buddies, so there's nothing gay about sitting for a piss. If anything, I'm touching more girl butts. Um, that's what I wrote down. And then my government selling drug bust weed cheap would entice people to call in to bust people. Brave browser, Red Dawn, and then I have this word written down: hard drugs in dick veins. I don't know why I wrote that down. Maybe for a joke, but I would have thought I would put more into it. But I just little legit wrote the words hard drugs and dick veins in my phone here, and right before that the number 3. Anyways, yeah. So that's what's in my phone. You asked. That's what I wrote down. That's what I wrote down in moments of my life recently, I guess. uh, Bomb City, the movie, came out in 2017. Touching girls' butts is brilliant. You using unisex bathrooms. Um, I do sometimes. I probably came up with that like coming back from from the panic room where it's like a a one bathroom for the whole place. Hard drugs and no, it's hard drugs in dick veins. It's not in dick veins. It's hard drugs in dick veins. The name of Dead Poop's album. And maybe I had like a fucking thought or a joke about it, and I thought that would like trigger my memory, but no, it's just a weird sentence at this point, isn't it, guys? Hard drugs and dick veins. And to me, like, of course, I could riff on that because normally I say like, all right, if you want to be that 9 to 5 guy, and be on meth or on that zip zap patty wax, give your dog a bone and fucking smoke it and ruin your family, um, and keep your job, you're not doing it in your armpit. You're not doing it in your arm crease. You're going in your toes and this and that, da, 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 all secret, all secret, all secret, right? And let's say that guy is doing it in his toes and it's all fine and dandy, and he's still keeping his job. He's still keeping his job, I would hope. Um, and then he feels like, oh man, finding like eventually because like veins collapse and it's hard to find, da da da. And I'm just going from own reference. Um, sometimes during moments of passions, your fucking cocker spaniel is fucking hard, attentive, and veiny as fuck. So you know what I mean? That would be a secret vein that I think hard drugs could be put into. And I don't know if people thought about that. I don't know because it's too precious of a zone that they don't want to fuck with. But technically, in a moment of passion, when you got that pulsating pecker and the veins are like popping out, this like girthing out of the side of it, wouldn't that be a good spot to put a syringe full of like the fucking smack the smack, the patty wax, the zip zaps, whatever the fucking kids are into. And I think that's what I meant by it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think. See, oof. See, oof. Maybe I should delete that. Maybe I should delete that from my fucking phone. This should never be brought up. Hard drugs, dick vein should never be brought up again. These are some old school Johnny Hug stories we are getting now. No, 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 it's not. I've never once put a drug syringe in any of this temple. Man, I'm an all natural. Yes, I've done multiple drugs, most of them, but a needle in my system, never, 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 never. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. These are just all hypothetical, like just like from outdoor and observing indoors. Um, my thoughts on it. That's all. McFluffy, this is just an average night. What do you mean? This is just pleasant conversations with a few pals. With a few pals, like there. I thought I was in the no judging circle. Like I did. I didn't think I was in the judging circle. Like, since when are we in that circle? Like, and I'm not judging people that do heroin in the toes. I've never done it, but honestly, that would be the respectable place to do it up until that dick vein just calls your fucking name for that fucking needle tip, and you're like, all right, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I got a big day at the office tomorrow, and I think I should like transfer a few stocks. And then you wake up with that morning bone, and you just put a bunch of heroin right in the fucking vein on the side of it, and the next thing you know, you're like, God, I don't know, drooling, and then maybe you still show up to work. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Oh, the t-shirts. Yes, I was gonna show you guys the t-shirts. Yes, 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 yes. What's the best high you've had? Mm, mm. I'm sure I've talked to it. Did I talk about it? I'm sure I must have. I'm sure I must have. So I've done acid, I've done mushrooms, I've done mescaline, I've done PCP, I've done cocaine, I've done this. That. Um, I I almost have. Maybe I've already said it, but I, I've okay, yes, it is a trust circle. Here I am, like 2 seconds ago, I'm like, there's a trust circle, there's a trust circle, and here I am not fucking trusting you guys. All right, here, okay, sorry guys, I must have stepped outside of the trust circle for a moment there. I'm back in. I'm back in. I'm back in. I'm back in the trust circle. So yes. So this one moment in life, it was only about a week, where my friend gave me this nickname. Beyond the Batman tattoo, there's a Johnny Hugs written in there, and one of my friends gave me this nickname because of the situation. And it was like a two-man pickup line and this and that. Blah, 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 blah. Cool, 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 cool. God, you know what else he did? He introduced me to crack, and for 1 week, I want to say like is either 2 hard days or like 3 hard days. But for 1 week, it was like he's like, "Oh, you ever done cocaine?" I was like, "Oh, no, 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 not really. Yeah, maybe one time or whatever." And then he showed up and his was different. And then like right away, I knew it wasn't. So I was like, "Wow, this is not that. This is something different." And the way we smoked it, it was a little different. And man, that was great. That was great. And then I ended up having a little bit more money in my bank account. I was like, "Oh, let's get more of that." Blah blah blah. And I think I want to say it was like the next day or a day or two later. I was like, he brought it up again. I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, here's more money. Let's do more of that." Blah, blah, blah. And I want to say it was that's it. But maybe one more time that week. But it's like 1 week, and then I was like, man, that was silly fantastic. And I knew the stigma around it. Da, 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 da. So like I like vowed myself I will never touch that again. And I never did. But because man, it was kind of great. It was kind of great. And I knew it was supposed to be kind of great. And that's what kind of scared me. And I was like, yeah, let's never do this again. Let's never do this again. Like, I mean, like, let's never do this again. And this was honestly like, how old am I now? This was literally like, I don't know, like 20 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like 20 years ago. So guess what? 20 years sober today from that. It's not even 3 times because like each night we went back like 3 times. It was like I know you qualify that. I was gonna say the 20 years sober from them 3 times, but technically like each night it was like 3, 4 times. Like from them 12 times 1 week. But yeah, don't do drugs. Oh, you guys gotta snort out of me like that slip that last snort just fucking slipped. Um, just circle. Just like piss, sex, crack is time travel. That 1 week was really 2 years. Drugs are bad. Okay. Okay. Right after I was saying like, oh, what's your best drugs? I'm like, crack was pretty fantastic, but they're also bad. Okay, but Rick too. Don't you dare clip any of this. Don't you dare clip any of this. Like I mean, this don't belong anywhere. This don't belong. This we're in a circle. Like it's a circle moment. I mean, don't edit this into anything. Great last edit, by the way, but this don't belong anywhere. And Legendary Gaming, man, I love the My Buddy Doll fucking edits. That was cool too. That was dope. That was dope. I put it on like all right. I know I popped my collar earlier about the panic room key. Oh, it's tucked in right now. Let me pop it out. Let me off. Yeah, I'm trying to pop my collar and I'm like fucking super drop collar, super fucking unpopped. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Remember when I set up the panic room key? Boom, pop it. I'm also on Facebook. Elevate the virus. Members only, like only the members. Like these are private conversation, private posts. Part of it, part of it. But I put Legendary Gaming's edit on it. Like you know what I mean? Like the Jacob and Tater and this and that playing with the My Buddy doll. I put that on like just to elevate the virus, like members only thing, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. You need to warn Legend. About what? Clipping this? Mm, yeah, I suppose because as I don't have that power on Discord as far as like let's say he posts a greasy video of me talking about drug use and whatnot. I don't have the power enough to like remove it. So it's almost like I'd have to like get a hold like Marco or Mackenzie's like, oh, sorry to bother you, but someone put a message about me that I don't quite like. Like, you know what I mean? You know? I don't edit anything that makes you look bad. Pure pimp clips. And I've noticed that. I've noticed that Legendary Gaming. Like I know you've clipped some parts of stories and you left out kind of some of the like greasier, edgier stuff, but you kind of kept the punchline, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Like you know what I mean? Because honestly, like you know how I was like bragging up your edits the other day about like people were saying like oh man that new video is that great, the great. Not the same amount of people, but I've had like two good friends mention something that's kind of valid. And it's a good valid point. And Ritu, I think you should have this in mind, but also don't have it in mind because I think you're nailing it. I think you're nailing it. But let's talk about Ritu. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it right now. a couple of my buddies said, and you'll probably agree, that let's say my posted comments, like my posted content on YouTube, you know, it's funny, some of it's edgy, da 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 da. But your edit, as far as like the pure like sex sounds and the blah, 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 only two of my buddies was like, "Ah, man, that's surprise." It surprised them, just because of like during a live chat, man. Like fucking, it's a circle. Like we'll talk about anything. Da, 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 da. And technically, in my head, only the ones with notifications kind of could watch it the next day. But to me, it kind of disappears because I put it unlisted. But they're like, yeah, that was kind of. I they didn't even use the word raunchy, but it was almost like it's almost. Let's use the word just to make it easier. It's like raunchier than my normal posts. Some of the comment contents. You know what I mean? And I don't know, Ritu. Let me know how you think about that. Oh, Papa Kale in the motherfucking. um, what took you so long? The whole gang's in here. Scotty's ladies tips paid. I've been a country gal. I can't keep. Did Scotty actually finish a tip? Like, did he actually finish a thought or a sentence? Oh man, he's bad for that, huh? It's time, guys. That poop is turning into a children-friendly account. Now we can go mainstream. No, that's not what I mean. And me, it's the words I said, and you just edit them together, and you actually did a good job of keeping the raunchier moments out of it, or you know what I mean. Like you did a great job. But as far as like comparative content, like you know what I mean, like he did have a point, and I'm not saying it's a bad direction. I'm not saying it's a good direction. It is my content. It's 100% my content. That's just something that's. And I even asked them. I even asked like both of them. I was like, "Well, what do you think? Should I?" And they're like, "No, no, you shouldn't take it off." Da, da, da. They just pointed out that fact, and that's all. And Rick too, you're a smart guy, and I respect you a whole lot. And maybe this is the edge that I haven't been doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is some edgy shit. Like, you know what I mean? You've edited some edgy shit in there, and maybe that's a boost. Man, we're at 240. Like, it did go up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the first increase I've had in a little bit. And is it because of you? I think so. Because, man, I've been weeks either fluttering on the 238 to 236 to back to 237. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just a comment that a couple buddies made. That's all. For sure. But one night was especially wrong. Yeah, that night was that was a legendary gaming like fucking sex tip night. And that's what I mean. Like you did good to keep a lot of it out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and for what you posted, like, and that's what I mean. Like, it caught Buddy off guard, but he didn't hate it. He didn't hate it. He loved it. But he just mentioned that it was like a little bit more risque. I 100% always click not for kids. So I'm not expecting kids. 100% click not for kids. But that definitely took it up a notch. And am I wrong by saying that? Is he wrong by saying that? Is that the wrong move? I don't think so. Just a comment. Just a comment, Rick. Papa Kale, tell us the tips that worked. Just channel that Scotty BDE. Oh man, you young guys with the fucking acronyms. Just channel that Scotty uh, body dimension energy. I don't know. I hear what you're saying. All right, cool, cool, cool. And you know what I mean? I'm not presenting to you as a thumbs down. I'm just presenting to you as actual commentary, notes, criticism that were just brought to my attention. And even they said they wouldn't change anything, but they're not wrong by saying that it did it did take a turn. It did take a turn a little bit. Um, you are right. I keep the punchlines, but cut out degrees. Yeah, you did good for that night. 100%, dude. Big dick energy. Oh, the big dick energy. Yeah, 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 yeah. And man, Scotty has that. Scotty has that. Like I've seen Scotty fail so many times that it's almost like, oh man, you almost think a guy would take a break from trying, but nope, nope, nope. He he loves the game. He'll play the game. He's in the game, and he's enthusiastic about being in there. And he does have a big dick energy. Like you know what I mean? He comes in confident. Like when he reaches his level of like booze comfortability, he does come in with that big dick energy, dude. Like you know what I mean? You're not wrong. And Papa Kale, no wonder it worked. No wonder it worked, bro. Uh, if they did instantly become a man. Oh, imagine if kids stumble across Deadpool's channel. If they did, yeah. One of my buddies said his kid did that. His kid's like, I want to say like 8, 7 or 8 or so, and he's like, "Wow, I seen Deadpool on there," because there's like, I guess I went live and into early, and he was watching it or some of it, and he put a stop to it, but I guess he was at it for like he got a 30-minute dose of dead poop. And I don't know what section and what stream he watched, but imagine like a fucking 7-year-old getting a half hour, 45 minutes is what he said he probably like had of watching me. What would that do to a 7-year-old brain? I don't know what stream it was. Like, you know what I mean? Depending on the stream, I might have fucking warped this kid for the future. Like, who knows? And this is my buddy's kid, so I'll get to see the development. Like deep down inside, if this kid turns weird later on in life, in the back of my head, always I'm gonna be like, was that 45 minutes of dead poop stream when he was 7 years old? And then I have to sit down somewhere, smoke a joint, and I have a good long fucking thought about it, like that. Let me think about this. You know what I mean? Maybe that did fuck him. Depending on what he does. It could be something very specific where he does something specific. It's like, pretty sure I talked about that on one of my streams. And then I sit down, smoke with joints, like, oh, fuck, I fucked him up. I fucked him up. You know what I mean? There is worse stuff on the internet than poop. Blame the parents. No, no, it's my buddy. I'm not gonna blame my buddy. It just he stumbled upon me. He stumbled upon me. It's like, oh, actually, yeah, yeah. Can I blame him a little bit? You know what he dared to do. You know what he dared to do with a 7-year-old. All right, all right, all right. This is what he dared to do with a 7-year-old, with me, with dead poop. Not even with me, because I'm Uncle Matt. Like to him, I'm Uncle Matt. He's like he's Curly Lou. He's Curly Lou. I'm Uncle Matt. Blah blah blah. But my buddy introduced him to dead poop one time because I had one short wholesome video. She's like, oh, I'm gonna show my kid this wholesome video of dead poop. And I'm doing the toilet paper fucking snow angels. And he's like, ah. He told his friends. And I clearly remember one time all his friends came over. Was like, this is dead poop, the toilet paper video. And all his friends were like, that's up. That's for him, for putting him on my for putting me on his radar. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because I have one wholesome video, like you can't introduce the whole fucking discography, because that'd be a wrong move. That'd be a wrong move. I've banned my kids from watching my shit. They have, as far as I know, they haven't seen a fucking lick of it. And I'd like to keep it that way for life. I'd like to keep it that way for life. I let my kid watch your stream. I want them to become men. Look at the legend almost overnight. Depending on the age, dude. Like, depending on the age, like you, with the parental fucking guidance. Like, let's call me a PG movie with a parental approval. 14-year-old fucking kid. Fuck yeah, sit him down in front of a 52-inch screen of me fucking just chatting about life, and guess what? Take a pen and paper down, because you might fucking learn a thing, you fucking young fucking buck. But a 7-year-old, oof, that might warp a mind. That might warp a mind a little bit. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yes, I could teach a fella, and I'm here to teach the world. The world. Well, six of us right now, 7 of us. And hey, I take that back, because I'm not here to teach you guys anything. We're just hanging out. But you know what I mean? To someone, I might have some clever tips. To someone, I might have some clever tips. That's all. Dead poop is big in the 70-year-old market. Yeah, I am, dude. Play parks, and stuff. When I linger around, like, you know, playgrounds, play parks, soccer fields, baseball diamonds. I'm a big hit. Like, you know what I mean? Just telling jokes, fucking handing out dead poop stickers, giving out candies, taking rides in my van. Like, you know, I'm a big hit all around those spots. I'd homeschool my kids with Tater's pool of wisdom. So you would be on the Tater homeschool. Okay. All right. If you want your kids to grow up that way, that way. Oh, okay. Fine. That's fine. It's fine. PewDiePie has 9-year-olds, so you're a good lecturer. I've learned a lot, more than university could ever teach me. Exactly. And I'm not here to teach. I'm just here to hang out and tell stories about what I've been through, I guess, because all of it's not bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, that should be on a t-shirt. All of it's not bullshit. Or I should say, none of it's bullshit. Yeah, that sounds better. None of it's bullshit. Jeez Louise. I like undersold myself there for a moment. Let's not put the first one on a t-shirt. Maybe think about the other one on the t-shirt. Dead Poopology. Almost as Uncle Rick too. Dead Poop taught me so much about women, drugs, and alcohol. Well, there you go, Legendary Gaming. But it's not about it's about hanging. It's well, it's about hanging out. My kids would be professional Mario Kart players. Oh man, and I will set that up. I will set that up. As soon as I get a fucking my TV back. Boom, boom, boom. Because is Tater even in here? And I'm glad he's not. Because let me speak frankly. And even if he's here, let's text this to him. He was very aggressive about how good he was with Mario. Like at first, he's like, "Oh, I'm the best." Chirp, 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 chirp. I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. I'm pretty good too, but I'm the best. Chirp, 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 chirp. All right, cool, cool. But I only chirp, 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 chirp. It was like after a while, it was almost like, and maybe that's his game plan. It did get in my head a little bit. It did get in my head a little bit. It's like slow down. Like you haven't seen me play. You haven't seen fucking Green Hood play. You haven't seen me play. Like, stop being so confident about Mario Kart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've all played it. We all say we're good. Stop being so confident. Like, it was almost too much. It's like it was almost too much. It was fucking almost fucking too much. You know what I mean? Dead Pooponomics. Dead Poop is that uncle who hires your first lady of the night for you. I I don't think that'd be legal if it has anything to do with some kind of like educational board or school program where these children are like under 17. I don't think that's legal. I don't think I could send a prostitute their way. You know what I mean? Like if anything, like have you been listening to the news lately? Like that's 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 a big faux pas. That's a big faux pas. Like sex and kids aren't mixing, aren't jiving well. You know what I mean? Um, Deadpool should teach sex ed in school. Legendary Gaming. I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say it again. You want to know who my sex ed teacher was uh, for my grade 8? So you know what I mean, like grade 8. You know what I mean. You are talking about dicks and vages and like penetrations, and you're putting condoms on bananas. You want to know who my teacher was? My mom. Yep, 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 yep. My mom is French. I'm French. We went to a French school. My mom's a teacher. Yep, yep. There's only one French school. So my mom eventually was my teacher for a few things, and yeah, grade 8 sexual education class was taught by my mom. She showed me how to like so young fucking roll down a fucking condom on a pretend banana pepper. Like you know what I mean? Like and yeah, mm, mm, that's that. That's that. And you know what's great about being in a small school? Everyone was accepting of that. Like you know what I mean? I didn't get teased for like my mom being sex ed teacher because I was kind of cool and other people at my school, their parents were teachers too, and they're cool too. So it was like, it's not a big deal, not a big deal, not a big deal. Taylor wrote the book, The Mental Game of Mario Kart. Well, he's winning. Like he's 100% in my head so far. Like because it's stupid. Because man, we were talking about Mario 2. We were talking about Mario fucking 3. We were talking about this and that, and he never got that cocky. But as soon as Mario Kart fucking was mentioned, he's like fucking chirp chirp, fucking just like fucking ga 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 ga. It's like he's in my head. He's in my head. He's in my head. Dead Poop's mom taught sex ed. Yeah, no, she was. Yeah, she was my grade 8 sex teacher. That class made him the man he is today. No, my parents did it just in general, and being my mom was a teacher, and she like taught me sex ed and this and that in grade 8. But my mom was like always a teacher because okay, she taught me in grade 8, but was that her first time ever teaching the course? No, she's taught that course years before while I was younger. She talks okay, and let's do the math on this one. She taught that course years before when I was younger. So when I was younger, you know what? You know what a Christmas gift for my mom, for my well, from Santa Claus in my stocking. You know what? Well, you know what gift I got from fucking Santa Claus in my stocking every fucking goddamn year, ever since the age of like fucking 12. Condoms. Like you know what I mean? And man, when I was 12, you know what I used to do with them? Big balloons, smash them around the living room, fucking water balloons, whatever. I didn't like fucking make sex with ladies with them when I was 12, but from 12 on, I always got condoms. And eventually, you know what I did? I got to use one with a lady, you know what I mean? And good on my mom for her to always have them there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Uh, mom, yes, mom was my sex ed fucking teacher in grade 8, but she was also it in life. In life. That classmate, okay, yeah. Rent free boys, rent free. This is exactly the educational material that legend spoke of. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, about like pro condom. Yeah, pro. Okay, if you're saying yeah, that was a long pro condom story, and yes, 100% pro condom. You know what I mean? You don't want what she had, like you know what I mean? Like you don't want what she has, and she don't want what you have, and at the end of the day, without it, you gonna have a little baby. Like you know what I mean? Like me, Mrs. Poop. You want me? Okay, you want me to tell you the story about the pooplings, the pooples, the little poop babies, my children's. I should have just said my children. I don't know why I was trying to like poop relate my children to the story, but anyways, I was with Mrs. Poop for oh man a good okay how's Mel. Okay, I was gonna start off the story with knowing what I was gonna talk about, but give me a sec just to do some math here for a sec. Quick second in my head. I was with Mrs. Poot for a good like I don't say like 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Like you know what I mean. I was with her 4 or 5 years before we even talked about kids. Like you know what I mean. Before we even talked about kids. Like you know what I mean. Like we're just fucking. You know what I mean. Like we're fucking. We're living. The rent's paid. High fucking living. And eventually, fucking, we're talking about having kids now. We're talking about having kids now. Like instead of shooting loads on buttholes and fucking overall titties and fucking like facials and shit like that, we're talking about leaving one inside, like leaving one in, like inside it, right? So we're like, let's have a child, let's grow a family. I was like, all right, cool. And man, oh what a feeling. That feeling, son. Oh, what a feeling. So, anyways, here I am, like depositing in fucking loads. Dude, you take that. Let's make a baby. And that was like my whisper words, like, we're making a baby. I whisper that in her ear. Little tongue move too. And then she'd be like, anyways, it took a while. It took a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a baby didn't happen right away, and then eventually a baby happened. Like, man, I was like putting in like fucking deposits, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And you'd think it would happen after what, a couple first times. With me, it didn't. It took a few. Took quite a few times, and then boom, first kid, right? And because of the track record of the first kid, where let's say I had like, I don't know, like 40 shots. I had 40 shots between one shot became a baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how much I did. Like, you know, that's the damage I did. That's my fucking body count. Ba 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 ba. I got go 40 nut shots before fucking I fucking got that one baby kill zone. Boom. That one's a baby. So, anyways, boom, had my first kid, and then you know what happens. You know what happens to the vag, right? It's like, push out a baby. Let's not touch that for a bit. Let's let that fucking, like, it's been through like a heavyweight Mike Tyson fight. Like, that pussy's been through a lot. Like, let's let that heal up. You know what I mean? Let's let that heal for a while. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, what were you comfortable with this? You okay with this? A little bit of this eventually. So because it took 40 fucking shots for the first kid, man, the fucking after that, I went fucking raw dog, like maybe a handful of times, maybe like, I don't know, two, 3 times, 2, 3, 4 times. Next, you know, boom, pregnant again. Like, okay, we planned for the first one, second one, surprise, best thing in the world, best thing in the world for having them too close. Surprise. You know what I mean? It took less shots for the second one than the first one. That's why the second one kind of like, oh, a little bit of surprise, little surprise there. But both blessings, both blessings. Um, it's priceless, really. This is the origin story of the next generation. I'm going to put that baby in you, and fucking, I did it twice, and I successfully created children. Nothing in this stream is usable footage. Perfect, Rick. Too. Check out some of the older ones. Dead Poop Uncut version. No, this is for the live stream. Yeah, we see we're in the fucking, we're in the circle. We're in the fucking little circle. That's why you're a great executive producer. There you go. No, this is the live stream crew only. Perfect. Perfect, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know me. I'm not. I'm happy hanging out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, if you had a great night, I had a great night. If I had a great night, chances are you guys probably had a great night, and that's what it's about. That's what it is about. Is it about the views? No. Is it about the donos? No. Is it about just fucking hanging out and having fun? Hells yes. Hells yes. Hells yes. And eventually, when I die, man, my diary's online. When I die, my diary's online. They're like, oh man, once my kids are grown, oh, you wanna fucking know your dad, or fucking you wanna know your grandfather to my kids? Here, just sign up to this. Boom. You know what I mean? Because I've had that one weekly for, I don't know, like 2 years, 3 years. Uh, I've always remembered hard drugs and dick. I'll always remember hard drugs and dick veins. Perfect. And I don't. I don't think that should be your first vein. I don't think that should be your virgin vein. Like if you're ever gonna do like heroin, I don't think you want your dick vein to be the virgin vein. But I could see a setting that would be acceptable. You know what I mean? Like let's say you're out in Hollywood. Like, man, I think I could be go to someone goes you go to Hollywood, and then you meet like I don't know, like a fucking the next Charlize Theron, or she's been in a few movies, and next thing you know, she tells you like she's dick veined a lot of heroin fucking cocks before. And you're like, all right, cool. Well, you're in movies and you're cool, and you say you're comfortable like dick veining me. And she's very very pretty, very very pretty, very seducing, and you're like, uh, all right, okay. And well, she's very very pretty anyway, so your dick's already hard already. So anyways, next thing you know, she drenches your cock with some heroin, and then it's probably the most magical fucking downward spiral of your life. This is a fucking life downward spiral. Like, you know what I mean? Right after that, I bet you it would, like if your virgin vein is a dick vein, I bet you your life goes on a downward spiral. Like if you're into heroin, it normally tends to. You know what I mean? But I bet you it goes down quicker. Bet you it goes down quicker. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is the life cycle of a heroin person. It's like, oh man, let me do a heroin today. Year one, year two, year three, year four, problems in the grave or in the jail or fucking his family don't hates him. Blah blah blah. Now here's a Dick Vein guy, first Dick Vein guy. Oh man, fucking that pretty lady. The fucking Dick Vein fucking heroin. Year one, we didn't get through year one. Like that year one Dick Vein guy, just like next thing you know, he's like fucking his cock's all mangled up with like sores and all over just from Dick Vein all over the place. Because you want to ruin your toes before you ruin your dick, right? That's what I'm thinking. And that's just a thought. That's I've never once syringed anything. True story. True story. Did you hear Dan O'Toole from TSN lose his 1-year-old baby today? No, no, that's sad as fuck, man. But no, I didn't hear anything about that. Anti-drug public service message, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Like, I'll discourage. Yeah, it is very discouraging. Like, never do it in your cock the first time, and also just never do it. But you're just adding emphasis on the cock veins. Like, you know what I mean? It's like almost like if anything, I'm joining a like anti hard drug cock vein movement. Um, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the BLM movement that's been going around. There's been big uprise in that lately, and I'm thinking like NHD INV, like no hard drugs and dick veins movements, and then technically, not that we're talking about the same thing, but I think our causes could mesh together. Where I come in as a small group, infiltrate their group slowly. Like I'll bring like frozen Kool-Aid jammers, a few extra signs, and by the end of it, like if we're in the same area sharing protest space, by the end of it, we're all pals. Like my dick veins and their BLMs are we're just hand in hand. Like everyone's got Kool-Aid jammers. I've handed out a few signs, and we just make a great afternoon about it. Like I'm spreading my message or spreading their message, and at the same time, I'm pretty sure they're willing to spread my message, and I'm 100% willing to spread their message as well. You know what I mean? What a great protesting afternoon. Like, eh, okay. And if I have time, if I can think before I hit the protest grounds, if I have time, we have like dollar stores around here, and I got like tinfoil barbecues. Pick up one of those, pack of hot dogs, and we're making hot dogs too for the afternoon during the protest. Oh man, that would be great. And oh man, that sounds great. Cut some cut onions. Oh man, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a great afternoon. Anti-drug pollute. Yeah, lost as in kidnapped. Say dead poop. The BLM movement. Yeah, yeah. You picked up on that. I didn't want to say the actual words because, like, you know what I mean? Like, out of, like, getting flagged feardom. You know what I mean? Because there are some fucking trigger words out there. And yes, one night I did fucking list through them, and I'm honestly like super low on the radar that I could say those words easily, and nothing will happen to the stream. But remember one night when something did happen to the stream? Like, oddly enough, man, that was a weird shutdown. Like, just recent, like, because the Wi-Fi's fucking right there, and that time it shut me down good. And anyways, yeah, no, that BLM all the way. Like, BLM and the whole, like, NHD fucking IND fucking V. You know what I mean? We're hand in hand. Like, might as well, like, just share posters. Like, legit share posters. Like, I'll make the one big one for me. Like, I'll be like the main, like, no drugs and dick vein guy, and then my other side fucking protest posters, I'll put also BLM in there. Like, you know what I mean? I'll add that side note BLM. Boom, because we're gonna be sharing hot dogs. We're gonna be sharing like fried onions. We're gonna be sharing stories, Kool-Aid jammers. Like, it's gonna be an afternoon, right? So spread the like positivity is positivity, right? Uh, they're not trigger words. It's a positive movement. Kool-Aid jammers. Oh man, yeah. Ain't nothing better than a fucking cold Kool-Aid jammer. Or like, if this is my okay, if I'm gonna like picture heaven, if I'm gonna describe heaven, I'll make it right. Not even a cold Kool-Aid jammer. You want this thing like half frozen slushy Kool-Aid jammer. Like, you know what I mean? When you put that straw in there, you get some resistance. You get that slush resistance when you put your straw into that fucking cool crunch, and then you make your straw to the bottom. Then you're like, and you know what happens usually half the time when they are that half frozen is you end up getting like you suck up all the liquid, and then you end up getting like that bottom clump of just like if I could see through things like Superman, like if I had like X-ray vision, there's one little ball of like fucking ice left in that Kool-Aid jammer, and I bet you it's like not see through, but it's like white as fuck. Like you took all the red out of it. Like if that cherry flavor, that's that. There's no more red in that. There's no more rest red in that fucking small fucking ice ball in that bottom of that frozen Kool-Aid jammer after I'm done. You know what I mean? Get all that cherry. Get all that cherry out. And then like and then you're forced to wait like 10 minutes for that flavorless ball of ice to thaw out from your Kool-Aid jammer. And then you're like, just like a slow, uninterested suck just to finish off your pouch. And that's just to fucking finish off there's nothing fun about the last little fucking bit. Just to fucking finish off the fucking thing. You know what I mean? Kool-Aid jammers, your neighborhood Kool-Aid. Remember Tang? Oh, Tang was a bomb. Like early Tang, like to old people, Tang. It's like, ah, man, what do you mean it doesn't have to taste like tap water? Yeah, he's like, oh, you're using tap water and it's not gonna taste like tap water, but yet it's gonna taste like juice of some sort. Like, you know what I mean? Like Tang was a big thing. Like crystal juices were introduced to me late in life, and I was a game changer because tap water's not that great. Like tap water, tap water's not that great. Peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese sandwich. I think they both have their places. You'd be a fucking pure idiot not to say grilled cheese sandwich just because it's gonna be like hot, delicious, buttery, cheesy, and good. But at the same time, let's say if you're being lazy on the couch and you're like, oh man, I could go for a snack. I could go for like a meal kind of snack, grilled cheese sandwich, perhaps, or and these are the keywords, or just a quick peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's all. That's all. And they both have their place. They both have their place, right? So, am I gonna crown one and then mock the other? No, no, never. They both got their places. Teen burger or matzo burger? Oh, the team burger 100% of the way. Like at A&W, I always get the team burger. You got everything. The only thing I don't like A&W and a bunch of these other places, for some reason, they're big on putting like mayo in their burgers, and I didn't grow up that way, and some people did. But if you did, that's no big deal. But in my mayos, there should be only like ketchup, relish, mustard. In my burgers, there should only be like ketchup, relish, mustard. Mayo don't belong there. Mayo belongs on a chicken sandwich. But a lot of people seems to fucking put mayo in there, and I've had it up to here almost. Like, you know what I mean? Like, millionaire dead poop is going to be like, oh, let me do a food truck and let me do some delicious meals. Let me do some hamburgers. You know what's not going to be in the kitchen if it's only hamburger? I will have it in the kitchen if it's chicken sandwiches. But for hamburgers, they're like, oh, can I have some mayo on that? And you know what I would be like? I'd be like, you take your money, take your rating, give me one fucking or zero fucking, give me fucking no stars and fucking get the fuck out of here. I'm not putting no goddamn mayo on a fucking gosh darn hamburger. You know what I mean? Fuck that bullshit. And I hate to say it, okay, I hate to say it, but I can't 100% say it. You know who probably fucking started that fucking goddamn bullshit? Is the fucking French. I'm French. I can get away with it. Those fucking handsome fucking devils out there, they started by fucking dipping French fries in mayonnaise. Next thing you know, they started putting in fucking hamburgers. Those fucking French fucking handsome motherfucking dummies. You know what I mean? Fuck. Can't go wrong with the PB and J. That's what I mean. Like everything has its fucking time. Like a PB and J is so fucking quick. Like, okay, you're watching what? Like fucking murder CSI report or the fucking I don't know whatever your fucking Big Brother or the fucking America's Got Talent, and you got that fucking that 2-minute commercial window. That's enough time to go fucking make a PB and J, come back, boom. The commercials ain't even fucking, and that's the worst part. The commercials ain't even fucking done. You know what I mean? And you're already fucking chomping on that sandwich. A grilled cheese, you gotta turn on the oven, get the frying pan, get a few things out. Nah, you can't work that through a commercial zone. You gotta actually hit pause on this motherfucker, which is also not a bad thing because if you hit pause on your fucking TV, you know what you can do with the next commercial because it took you so goddamn long to make the grilled cheese is you can skip to the next set of commercials. Bop, 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 because you get that built up time. But anyways, that's neither near or there. That's neither near or there. Do you like Nutella? Nutella's great. I think I've overdone it though. As a kid, my mom would never allow that. My mom would never fucking allow Nutella. Where my beer at? Where my beer? My mom would never allow Nutella. But let's say I go to a friend's place, ooh, where their parents have loose morals about chocolate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my parents were like, chocolate's only for Halloween, but a fucking set of parents with loose morals where you can have chocolate every morning. Ooh, I'd love those sleepovers. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I'd fucking Nutella up my fucking toast in the morning. So, I was like, wow, man, what are you doing? You're putting chocolate on your fucking breakfast toast? And he'd be looking at me weird, like, you know what I mean? I'm being weird with him. He's looking at me weird. He's like, yeah, what do you mean? It's fucking Nutella. I was like, well, it's chocolate. Nah, it's fucking Nutella. I was like, well, so anyways, then I have some, and oh my goodness, you want to talk about the fucking best high I ever had? Scratch what I said earlier and just put in Nutella. And so then I was on a kick. And as a kid, you know what you can do with your own money? Whatever the fuck you want. So I had a paper route. And after I tasted that sweet, sweet nectar, I took my fucking paper route money, walked my ass down the grocery store, and I got my own Nutella. And then I was eating chocolate often, putting on bread, and it was my fucking own thing. So, you know what I mean? You know what happens after you fucking make a Nutella fucking toast? You know what happens with the knife? Bam, bam, bam. You just give yeah, you know what I mean? Just lick off that knife. You know what I mean? You barely even have to put soap on it. Just give it that fucking hot water rinse and then just put it back right in the drawer. You know what I mean? She clean. That's how much. But I think I overdid it. That's what I mean. Like for a time, I was like too into Nutella, where it was like I think I overdid it because now when I taste it, it's not like chasing the dragon anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have the same pizzazz. So I don't know if it's a new recipe. It's almost like KFC. Like, you know what I mean? KFC growing up, that was a thing of childhood memories. Like I remember my dad. He was his happiest when he was like eating KFC chicken with us. That's you know what I mean. That's the only time he stuck around for supper time. That's a great memory. And we played music in the background. We'd have the KFC bucket. Oh man, it was so beautiful. And so every time I try to get KFC now, I try to memory lock that moment where I was like, I'm trying to eat this fucking piece of chicken. And I was like, oh man, I remember this piece of chicken don't taste like Dad used to love me. Like, you know what I mean? Boom, boom. It just tastes different. And the gravy's weak now. The gravy's weaker. You know what I mean? Eh, just chasing that dragon. Just chasing that dragon. Like, you know what I mean? Just like fucking give your cock a few slaps and put that KFC fucking gravy right in your fucking dick vein. Bam! You know what I mean? Anyways, that's no, don't do that. But you know what I mean. I'm just doing that for a full circle thing. I was just the store full circle thing. That's what I was aiming for. Give me one Deadpool burger, one large tater fries, and a green hood shake to drink. So you're into cannibalism now. What's your food truck menu? Ah, did I miss it? No, I didn't. Not a miss one. Food truck menu. Um, Oddly enough, okay. I don't know if I ever talked about this, but I'm a well, I guess we did talk about it. I am a well-known fellow around these parts. I'm a well-connected fellow, just in general. Um, so I was contacted by a guy who lives on my street. Fucking, I don't know, like a half a millionaire guy, and then he's partners with a fucking super millionaire guy, and they bought a church over here, and I went to a business meeting with both of them to pitch an idea for this weird TV show where a buddy bought a church. He was going to renovate it into a gym, and it was going to be make a fucking, I don't know, reality show out of it. And I was there like literally in the meeting helping to pitch this idea and this and that. And so, anyways, I'm not saying that fell through, but yeah, it fell through. Um, so never mind the boxer guy. The other guy wanted to go fucking business with me, and this was my idea. I threw to him. He's like, "Wow, what should I do about with my money?" And da, da, da. And I was like, "Well, you should do this." And then he took my money, not my money, my idea. He's like, "Yes, we should do this." Blah 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 blah. And he wanted me to do my idea, which my idea was a food truck, because that's what we're talking about. Um, and it was going to be great homemade soups and basic sandwiches. Where, and I don't mean basic sandwiches, I mean delicious sandwiches. But realistically, my whole point was the soups were going to be the star of the show. You know what I mean? Like a good homemade hearty soup was going to be the star of the show of this food truck. And I think the world's gone hipster enough where you serve a fella a good fucking hearty soup, he'd be like, "Ooh, I'm a hipster. I'm eating healthy, blah blah blah, 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 and I'm saving the ocean, and like no Coca-Cola six-pack rings on the dolphins' noses, and this and that, and plastic straws or rubber straws or cardboard straws, and you know what I mean? Like them hipsters, if you feed them a good soup, I bet you they feel good about themselves. If they eat a soup, like to some people, you eat a fucking soup, you're almost like patting yourself on the back. It's like, you know what I wasn't today? A fucking disgusting fuck eating like two Big Macs and a fucking poutine and a large fry and all of, you know what I mean? Like, and a soup is good. Like a soup is a meal. Like a soup done right is a fucking meal. Like, you know what I mean? Wear your glasses. No, you fucking wear your glasses. Irving super millionaire. He did have meeting. Okay, this guy was so well tuned, so well. He arranged. There's this old fucking, I don't know, contract from the 1600s, and this guy's he's a retired like engineer, helicopter rescue pilot, and all this and that. And anyways, he just done research, and he figured out that the fucking England owned a cannon to one of the forts out here on the west side. He's like, man, guys, look, I find this old contract from the 1600s that England owes you guys a cannon. Did you guys ever get that cannon? And they looked in history and like, no, they never got that. So like England fucking forked out a fucking cannon. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what this buddy made happen. Like, you know what I mean? This guy ain't no fucking just like fucking hobo with a dream. Like this guy actually does kind of make things happen a little bit. Pea soup, bologna stew, and moldy banana bread sandwiches. You're not too far off. Like my pea soup would be on there, 100%. 100% my pea soup would be on there. And then there'd be like a fucking I don't know the other soup. Maybe like a fucking chicken frico recipe. And I'd love to have the bologna soup on there, but bologna stew on there. But realistically, I don't know. That almost have to be like that niche one day out of the week and see how it goes almost. See, McFluffy nips. I feel pretty good when I eat soup. Everyone does. Like you almost feel good about yourself. You're patting yourself on the back. Um, but realistically, depends on where you get that soup. If you get your soup from a soup can, if you were to if you were to look at the fucking back of that soup can and have a good look, not that great. But a homemade soup, no preservatives, with you're eating a great meal. You're eating a great meal. Uh, Good for you. I also wear flannels, so I'm definitely a hipster. There you go, bro. And man, I'm catering to you. I'm catering to you, Fluffy Nips. Um, and that's where the world's going. Like, you know what I mean? Hipsters will love soup, but guess who else will? Soccer moms. And then you know what Gen Pop will do once in a while? Gen Pop will also love a soup. Like general public. Like, you know what I mean? Like Joe Blow Big Mac. Guess what he might do once a month, daringly? Maybe have himself a fucking soup instead of being a fucking fat fuck. You know what I mean? Because soups are good, and especially if word gets around that my soups are good. But hey, the that question was like a what if food truck pipe dream, and but yeah, you know what I mean. Yes, there's a little bit more thought than just answering the question, but that's essentially me just answering the question, and that's all. I forgot Grey Wolf bean soup. Yeah, and I'm curious about that. I will have to get his recipe. And but I didn't like the fact that there's no meat. That I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Cheese whiz or cheese slices for your grilled cheese. Cheese slices, of course. But Eatman, he puts in both. Like, okay, obviously outside gets butter margarine that's gonna touch a pan. But let's say inside, he'll cheese whiz, cheese slice. You know what I mean? Cheese whiz, cheese slice. You know what I mean? That was a good. That was a good soup plug as you've ever seen for the Food Network. Yeah, there you go. Like Maddie Matheson, hey Maddie Matheson, come on out. The dead poops for some pea soup. I hear jails serve soup. I'd like to say so. I'd like to say so, but at the same time, okay. A soup is filling if you have multiple bowls of it, but to a grown ass man, especially like a pod boss that controls like killing or fucking people in there, I think he would need more than a bowl of soup to get him through the day. I think he would, and that being the case, let's say if he would, that just means he was just stab someone for theirs. So, man, soup day. So the pod boss would be like, eats his bowl, stab for yours, eats yours. So not only the two people go hungry, but one's in the hospital at this point, and that's more than just the pod boss that's hungry. Like everyone's displeased about one bowl of soup. I think because I couldn't see the portions being good. Like you know what I mean. Let's say if you're at my food truck, and I'm not downplaying soup, I would give you a big bowl of soup, not prison portions. And you know what I mean? Like I'll fill you, and then there'd be bread and crackers or whatever the fuck. But soup in jail, if it is a thing, I could see that just being a bad thing. I could see that being a bad thing. Good night, poop heads. Yeah, and I'm calling her quits here pretty soon. Legendary Gaming too. Papa, is that your lesson for the day? Later, Legendary Gaming. Good night, Rick too. I'm try that for sure. Have a good night, LG. I was gonna say I'm gonna roll a hash shoot, but it's so convenient because it's already there. What is this? Is this is this hash? No. No. What about this one? What about this one? Is this one hash? No. 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 So I guess I'll just roll another weed one because well the weed's ready to roll. I'm not gonna go out of my way for a hash joint. Just gonna roll the weed I got. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys the t-shirts. I was like, that's the fourth time I said it. It's like, oh yeah, the t-shirts I got. Uh, we holding six strong. Remember when we would end up with one or two viewers? Rick two. Not really, not really. Like I would like to say that we're always around 3 and 4. Even in, like when I first started streaming, I like to say like I was around 3. No, yes, two. I've seen two. Yeah, two was around. Yeah, two. Yeah, I've seen two too. But yeah, it's getting better. 100% though. 100% it's getting better, and it's great. It's great. But at the same time, though, I'd hate to get it like too bad because the point is to hang around with you guys, and I don't know if you guys ever been to a busy stream, like let's say more than Marco's, like a Philip Solo or like an LA Beast or like sometimes like as a fan, if you write a comment goes unnoticed, oh it's busy. I get that. You write another one, it goes unnoticed, it's busy. I almost get that. If you're writing like 3 comments just to get like one thought out, like that's no fun. That's no fun. Like you know what I mean. So, anyways, I'm just happy to have fun right now, and it's been fun. It's been fun. Um, calls for 6 more beers. I don't know, man. It's like it's fucking 4:30, dude. It's 4:30, and I haven't even showed you guys the fucking t-shirts yet. It's 4:30. I haven't even showed you guys the t-shirts yet. What's the difference between hash and weed? Are you for real, McFucking Fluffy Naps? I'll tell you. Okay, so you got weed, and then you got hash. Right? Weed is a flower. Well, you know what weed is. And then you get hash. Hash looks like a brown brick. Most of it. We're not talking about Moroccan blonde hash and this and that and the fucking regular hash is like a brown brick. So it takes 20 grams of flour, 20 grams of weed to actually produce 1 gram of hash. It's a 21-to-1 ratio. That's why hash hits different. It's more potent. It's almost like when you're making hash, depending on the way to make it. There's a few ways to make it, and I won't get into that. But hash is almost like taking the best things out of it, out of weed, and like making that fucking brown block. That's pretty much what fucking hash is. Hash is like weeds on steroids because it takes like 20-to-1 just to make it. That's 100% increase over 3. We're killing it. We're not complaining. That's one thing. We're definitely not complaining. Tater gets a few beers in him and he can't read the chats. Well, it's all of it's for you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get all my buddies down here, and some nights it goes great. Sometimes it goes haywire. Sometimes it messes. So it's all for you. Honestly, it's all for you guys. Because am I gonna hang out with my buddies regardless? Yes. Do I love it when it's with you guys? 100%. Does it take coaching or convincing for them to want to participate? Yeah, to some it does. Some are playing out like bomb, and some it takes convincing. So you know what I mean, like. But I love your like. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been trying just to pump out as many different personalities as I can, like as many friends as I can that I think that you guys would like. That's what I've been like kind of almost like doing lately. And honestly, I have a few more that said yes, 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 they'll do it, and so much just a matter of lining them up. And you guys will meet more of my friends. Like there's more to come. There's more new people to come. There is more new people to come. And some of the old ones will come back because I still got to do that thing with Redbeard. That the thing with Rob, the MMA fighter. Oh man, I'm 100% nervous. The fight league that he's in, fight league's a fan of mine, and I'm a fan of theirs, and we kind of follow each other a little bit. Well, more than a little bit, and he's been sponsored by this like ghost pepper company that does a brittle, almost like the fucking hot chip challenge. And the whole way it's planned out already, and it's already he's gonna it's gonna be like a stream for Atlantic Fight League, and then he's gonna stream with me from here, and then we're supposed to do this like fucking crazy ghost pepper, this crazy ghost pepper fucking brittle. And I'm not scared of the spice to the tongue. Like extreme discomfort to the mouth is expected. I'm just wondering what it's going to do to my stomach and my guts next. That's what I'm concerned about. Like so some of these ghost pepper fucking things, like these legit challenges that are meant to make a fucking grown man cry. Some of them are fucking legit and scary, dude. Like you know what I mean? Like and call me fucking pussy if you want, but I have legit reasons to be scared. Like we're talking like next level fucking heat here. We're talking like like millions in the Scoville fucking spectrum. Millions. Like this ain't your grandpa's jalapeno. This ain't your grandpa's jalapeno. Yeah, it is more potent than weed. It is. I wouldn't say more potent than weed. I won't say more potent than weed. but it can be. It hits you. It hits you different. It hits you different because it's almost taking the best parts out of the weed. Like you know how like nowadays. I don't know if you're in the weed scene at all, but nowadays, well, obviously not if you're asking that question. But nowadays, you can go to the weed dispensary and get this crazy weed that's like, I don't know, like 30-40% THC. And man, it'll fucking knock a grown man on his ass, even if he's an habitual smoker. Or you can have some really good hash. And I don't think the hash will do that. The hash won't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they take the best stuff out of the weed, and like, I still think that top shelf weed is potentially dangerous compared to hash. You know what I mean? Because man, some of that top shelf weed is like, it could hit you different. Facts, facts. Like even Ferg, like when I first got my fucking when I first legal for medicinal weed, and this was like fucking years and years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like back when everyone was buying off the streets, I was getting it from the old government, from a few like legit companies, and I would get this stuff down, and I'd smoke it. And this is when I was used to like, it was so potent. I used to smell it. I used to sweat weed smell. I'd fucking light a joint with Ferg, and Ferg would green out. Ferg would like, oh man, I don't feel right. This weed's too strong. Blah, blah. Like those were the cowboy days. Those are the cowboy days when that potent weed wasn't that around. Where like, man, it KO'd some people. Do you have one buddy you want to get on stream, but he's hesitant? Mm, yeah, no, I have a few of my friends that are like on the wish list that didn't flat out say yes, that didn't commit, that might be not into it, that maybe their work reputation wouldn't be worth coming on to something like this. No, I do have I do have a few buddies like that. Um, actually, one popped into the stream one time. He was my old Dungeons and Dragons dungeon master. Funny guy, great, entertaining, fucking the best. And he kind of works in like an executive kind of world where he's like, mm, like, you know what I mean. I could post something on Facebook, and because of he can't even so much put a fucking thumbs up on it. Boom, 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 boom. I'd love to have him on here, but logistically, I don't think it can. Or maybe I don't know. Well, I have a few on my wish list. I have a few on my wish list. I like that Fink dates the mature ladies. Good job, young man. Want a tip for the chip challenge? Yeah, of course I do, dude. Supposedly, if you take a Ricola cough drop before hand, it blunts the heat. That's not silly. That's not silly. Plus your medical condition, your colons could burn up, and like I already have a high acid stomach. I have diverticulosis. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I eat spicy, like I seem to be paying for it for like almost like a day or two sometimes. So it's like Man, do I want to do this for the clout? Do I like? Do I want to? I want to participate 100%, but oh man, like you know what I mean. Am I gonna push out on taking this thing? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I honestly think it's hard to believe that I'll push out on something. So I just think it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad. That's what I mean. Like I think it's just gonna be so bad. How much does an ounce of weed cost in St. John? Well, I'll do you one better than that. And this is what I gauge it on. Papa. How much does an ounce of weed cost to the world? If you're not a slack ass idiot, should be about $100 for great stuff. Cause okay, you want me to fucking school you on drug dealing right now? What's going on? I'll give you the drug dealing course. People are growing weed and this and that and whatever. Life goes on. Things haven't changed for some people, but things have changed for some people. So anyone that's smart can find the right website, and it's not hard to do. And you can get some primo weed for about $100 an ounce, delivered by the mail to your door. Boom, boom, boom. Should be easy as that. Now, that being said, I'm gonna need like what 5 days. I'm gonna need a credit card. I'm gonna have to pre-order this. I'm gonna have to plan ahead. Da, 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 da. So a lot of people around here are buying this weed, and they're buying a little more. So the price went down. So let's call the price like I don't know, like at this point, depending on the amount, probably like 60 $60 an ounce is what they're paying, right? And because of the convenience, they're like, I'll sell it to you for like 140 an ounce. And in the back of my head, every time I pay that, and I say thank you. I'm a polite guy. I'm like, thank you. I have my weed. You have your money. Thank you. Thank you very much. But in the back of my head, I was like, man, if I planned ahead in 5 days, I shouldn't have to pay more than 100. But that's the difference between a grocery store and a convenience store. Like you know what I mean? You're gonna run to the convenience store and pay probably like $4 for a little jug of mustard, when easily you can go down to fucking grocery store, and that little thing of mustard will be like fucking a buck 50, $2. You know what I mean? Oh, Papa K, I saw the price, and I just saw what you said. Yeah, 120 here, so that's good. 100%. So if you're dealing with a small timer guy, he's probably paying 80 to 90. If you're dealing with a guy that brings in weight, he's probably paying 60 an ounce. So you're paying 160. So he's making probably $60 on every ounce. And this is where friendship and business blurs. This is where friendship and business blurs. So I have this friend. I have this friend. I had this best friend. I have this friend now. Uh, Years, like fucking, we're talking double digit years, and he was always like dibble dabbling, dibble dabbling, and I fucking helped him do this. I helped him do that. Built this for him. Built that for him. Built this for him. And you know what he did? He sold me weed. You know at what price? At everyone's Joe Blow public price. And then one day he was telling me his like actual costs and this and that. Blah 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 blah. It was like, well, I paid this much for this much, and I'm selling for this much. Cha, 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 cha. And I was like, man, I've known you for like so many years, this and that. Like, never once did you ever try to break even on me. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of you like doubling your money or tripling your money, you never once try to break even. And that kind of like weighed heavy on my soul a little bit because I would donate a shit ton of my time for free, and his not even getting out of the couch time would want to triple his profit. Like, not one time did I like it just rubbed me the wrong way. So that's where he went from like best friend, and he obviously didn't put me as best friend, obviously, because I wasn't getting those deals. So I put him from best friend to like this guy's that dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like this guy's that dude a little bit. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean, then you're young and you haven't been friendship burned. Uh and that's that. And that's that. Dead poop, you will get canceled. I have been before. I have been before, and I still am on. I'm canceled on Reddit everywhere. It's like anywhere's where you want to post something on Reddit, dead poop can't do it. 100% I can't do it. I'm banned. And I've unbanned myself through my pure charm, and I've rebanned myself on my pure don't give a fuck. Remember when you put that vid of the cow cut in the neck and was dripping a ton of ooze out of it? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, my taste could be questionable. For some reason, I saw how grossed out, and that's not my style of humor. I didn't even find that funny. I didn't even, like a big cow pus thing wasn't funny, but it was almost like I saw it, I didn't like it. It like bothered me, and I always wanted to share the bother with people, and that's where that came out of. And good on Marco for removing it because that's not really like my humor. It was more like, oh man, this is gross. I went through it. Like, you guys want to fucking see this gross shit that I had to go through almost? Like, you know what I mean? Let's see, where are we at? Where are we at? I used to get stuff sent in the mail in BC in a tin can, and it was illegal through the mail. The smell opening that can was amazing. And it's always questionable, too. And Sam here in the motherfucking his house. Um, every time, like, well, I was legal. I was legal, and it was like legal places, but still, at the end of the day, you're like, will it show up? Like, you're like, will it show up? Will it show up? It's almost like it's almost like worse than waiting for the pizza guy. You know when you call that pizza and everyone's hungry, and then like up until that pizza show up, the only thing that you guys can all do is just like look out the window. It's almost like when you make your like online weed fucking deal delivery that's gonna show up through the mail. You're like, oh, it's gonna get here Thursday. So Thursday, I don't know if you're working, but I've seen myself take the day off work, and then all day long, like I hear a noise, I look out the window, I'm fucking see a fucking shadow go through the living room. I'm like, oh, is that a fucking mail van? Well, you know what I mean? And the mailman shows up with my package, and he's like, he goes to knock, he's like, and I'm creak, the door opens before he even gets to knock. Like, I've been watching you. I'm glad you showed up. I'll sign for it. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll sign for it. What's up? Not too much. Just having a couple, and we're winding down. Like, technically, geez, Louise, it's like five. True homies come out. Yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. I'm gonna use this wisdom and take over the weed game. There you go. Starts. Um, I'll tell you. You tell five friends, and then just send the money up. I don't know if you want to call it a scheme or a pyramid, but I'm down. I'm down. There were days where I'd run out and be chasing the mailman to see if he had a package. And that was the worst part too. Like that's why I was so attentive of when it was coming through the mail. Because if you miss that mailman to deliver your fucking weed, your weed package around here, you know what would happen? It would go back into sorting, back into holding, da 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 da. So you get the note, and it's not like oh man, I just missed them. Here's the note. That package is still on that truck, so you can't even get that package the same day. Like the things on the thing, you can't even get that. You have to wait till like tomorrow afternoon to get it. You know what I mean? So if you're not there to fucking sign for it, you're like, oh, you get the note. Yeah. It hasn't disappeared on you, but you're like another day and a half later. And when you're ordering like cool stuff, like especially like weed stuff from the internet, a day and a half extra is like it's like too long. It's like way too long. Like I want to look at this weed. I want to stick my nose in it. I want to smell it. I want to smoke it. Is there any cool stickers too? Like you know what I mean? There's a lot of questions when you fucking have a mail order fucking weed order. You know, and there's always stickers. That first time order, like oh man, when I went first legal, there's like a few companies I could order from, and you know what I did? I was like, boom, I ordered from them, then I ordered from them, and it was a big ordeal. I was allowed three, and then after the three, well, I was allowed three, and then I have to switch one for another one, switch one. So I was always at my fucking call my fucking weed coach. I was like, yeah, switch my companies, because they're like, I would get this company because this company gave me like $50 weed free on your first order. Then I went this company because this company gave me a rolling tray and a grinder. Then I went with this company because this one gave me a fucking shatter pen. Then I went with this, like you know what I mean? Just like jumping the gimmicks, just gimmick jumping the whole fucking time. What's that ring? There's what ring? This ring? Frodo Baggins ring. Thanks for being up, Dead Poop. I'm doing cross country, and you're helping me to stay up. Not anymore. Like I mean, maybe I was. You want to like change the verbiage on that? Because, like I said, man, it's like 5 a.m. Like I'm done this. You got about like 5 more minutes. You got about 5 more minutes. Anyways, I'm gonna dip, y'all. I'm tired as fuck. Yeah, I hear you. Me too. Later, Papa. Keep Sam going. Peace, Peru. Yeah, Frodo Baggins. This is my dad gave me this. I think it's like wedding related, but that's stupid. Now I'm gonna have to fucking look for it. Ah, I heard it fall. Did I see it fall? No. Is it a precious string? Yes. Can I go to bed without actually having it back on my fingers? No. Ah, I see it. I see it. I see it. Fuck. Yeah, I think it was wedding related, but yeah, my dad gave it to me. It's got a little diamond. It's got a little diamond in the front, but yeah, it's pretty much just yeah, yeah, Butterfingers. Yeah. All right, but on that note, I'm gonna dip. Like I mean, that's it. Right. So have a good evening, gents. Thanks for tuning in. And oh no. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do that. Let me show you the t-shirts real quick. Let me show you the t-shirts real quick. Because that's what I said I would do eventually. So the wife and kids are going to Nova Scotia for the week. Because that's where she's from. So we got nieces and nephews out there. So I want to make them cooler with band shirts. So I got the Smashing Pumpkins band shirt. Boom. That's for them. That's for them. And it's not going to be all for them. That's not going to be all for them. This one, for me. That Batman's for me. This one is for my oldest daughter. She's fucking in love with Harry Potter. That's for my oldest daughter. Boom. This one's for Eatman. This one, Eatman loves clowns. This one's for Eatman. So that one's for Eatman. Boom. This one is for the nieces and nephew out in Nova Scotia. You know what I mean? A little cooler, make him a little cooler. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. You're in you're in what, junior high, showing up with a fucking Kiss t-shirt? Doesn't that give you some fucking street creds a little bit? And then this one's also for the nephew, Blink 182. Bam. So yeah, that was my t-shirt haul. That was my t-shirt haul from the Panic Room today. And you want to know the price? I don't even think I can tell you. These shirts I get it from the Panic Room. The guy that runs the place has like a few not coat racks, but like t-shirt racks, and it's a bunch of stuff. He like comes across the thrift stores. Like if it's like music related or it's got enough cool factor, he'll hang it on the rack, and then like people come in. And, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna go there and like get a whole wardrobe. Is there 3 racks of t-shirts? Yes, that's the only thing there is. Who is Eatman? Eatman's a Cookie Monster guy. He's in a few videos. He was there when I drank a bunch of Coronas. Eatman's been in a few of them. Scooby Snacks Eatman. Yeah, Scooby Snacks Eatman. I fell asleep about to rewatch. That's funny. But yeah, okay. So yeah, I was gonna end it. Then I forgot about the t-shirts and show them. Now show them. So now we're ending. So yeah, thanks guys. And yeah, there'd be no reason to have another one on the weekend. Like, you know what I mean? So I'll be seeing you guys soon. Adios.